Seconds podcast.
Sloppy.
Welcome back to the dump.
We're a little fucked up.
We've been drinking.
We were supposed to start this podcast like 2 hours ago, but then Ryan's fiance Jill stopped on by, and we were chilling with her for a little bit.
I'm a co-host, Nick.
Not anymore. You're not.
Yeah, this is actually the one where we get rid of you.
I pushed Ryan.
Nick gets deleted.
Ryan was pissing, and I pushed him while he was pissing, and he slammed the wall.
I hit my head on a cabinet,
And then he splashed me and Nick with a piss hand.
And then I got when he pushed me, I pissed all over my hand. So then I took the hand covered in piss. And I put a little water on it, and I splashed it all over these
more
two.
splash.
So they got
Mainly me,
yeah,
which I didn't do anything. I just had my dick out the
They
whole
got some
time.
piss water. Yeah, he had his dick out.
Well,
Yeah,
Ryan,
it's fucking mess, all right,
Ryan
like-
did show his dick to me beforehand, so
Huh?
you did show him your dick to
I
me
did,
beforehand.
I'll do it again.
Oh yeah, I slammed Nick into a door because he was in my way of seeing Ryan's penis.
Well, now that we're here, time for a
A
shot.
shot. All right, Nick, pour it up. Cut a line.
John, wait, I gotta wait.
What do you mean,
okay.
John?
What do you mean, John? Who are you talking to?
Oh, that's Jose. I thought his name was
Johnny Cuervo.
He's not allowed to drive, Ryan.
Johnny Cuervo.
Oh, where's your shot glass, Ryan?
Good question. Right there.
Yeah, bro.
Next to the lime dump.
Yo, we also need.
Speaking
a
of the
couple
lime
limes,
dump, the bottle dump.
bottle dump. Oh, we added a
bottle
new one.
burger.
Hey, audio listeners, we added a new one. I will tell you in a second, but I'm showing the video audience. We added a new bottle to the dump.
Oh
If
yeah.
you watched our last podcast, we did a couple of these.
We drank it off camera, so
It's 1800 silver. That's all I could read off here.
it's why we're drunk right now. So
I made a lot of us take shots.
Yeah, Nick made us take a lot of shots.
We took like 4 shots of that
Yeah,
all
while just
together
sitting there.
each, and then we took like 2 shots of this Jose Cuervo before we.
All right.
you didn't take the salt. Oh, you did take the salt.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Hey, that's
Hey.
fucking nuts.
That-
That is crazy.
Don't you dare cut it. You better cut it on that
That
plate.
is
I'm
crazy.
trying, bro. I gotta move this microphone. To
We're
cut.
trying to have
That
Nick.
microphone
We're trying
up
to
here
have
getting
drunk
no
ass.
refunds.
We're trying to have drunk ass Nick cut a lime. If you for the audio listeners here.
Come on, Nick.
I got it.
All right, now
Hey,
we're
I
gonna
have a huge question. Are we recording on the audio?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
Just sometimes our audio fucks up. That's all.
It should be fine.
Yeah, check it because
looks
Yeah,
fine to me.
I would much prefer all of us to be good.
It looks good to me. I mean, I slapped all our fucking microphones.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, because we do like a little 5-minute little thing. Anyway, while Nick's doing that, I am drinking Corona tonight as my drink of choice. Ryan, what are you drinking?
This, whatever this is.
Summer
mine.
shandy.
Here's your lime.
Thanks, baby. This is mostly rind, but thanks.
Lime.
What the fuck are these
This is
cuts,
90% rind! Right here. You see this shit?
Bro.
What the fuck is this?
90% rind!
Listen, you had
Look
another
at this
person.
shit. Head ass, look at this
Listen,
shit.
you
Right
had-
here.
You had another person.
Rind!
Listen, I need the salt, bitch.
Oh, the salt.
We're
Yeah, it's
taking.
right here.
We're taking.
This is
Give me
your-
it, you
reach your-
fucking bitch.
Why don't you reach your fat arm over here?
Well, why don't you extend your stubby fuck so I can
Hey,
reach
bro,
you a little bit
I'm
more?
gonna need a bigger lime slice than this. This shit's stubby.
Then
Yeah,
cut it yourself. You're like, Nick's gonna cut it. Nick's gonna cut it. Fuck you guys.
Nick can't be trusted, so we're gonna have to cut
Nick's a
it.
fucking
Yeah, Nick
Ryan,
doesn't.
Ryan, can you cut me a good
I
one?
ain't a
Bro,
fucking
I had you-
slave, brother.
good one, Nick.
Give him a real short one. Give him only the rind, bro.
How's that?
That's fucking better than his.
Not hard to be better than Nicholas's.
Yeah, fuck you both. Y'all fucking. Yo, Nick, cut it for me. Cut it for me.
Oh, bro. It's fucking perfect. This could be.
Right, for the audio listeners, we're taking a shot
Oh
of
shit! I almost
Jose.
knocked that bitch down.
We're doing shots of Jose Cuervo, and we're doing shot lime
Give me that salt
with
bit. Oh, it's
tequila.
right here.
Right there, brother.
Fuck. Oh, fuck, I'm dripping salt everywhere. Salt is everywhere, bro.
Are you sucking on your salt right now?
Oh yeah. Or no, I don't have salt.
Then put salt on your.
Well, I'm waiting for Ryan. I'm trying to make it moist.
There's salt
because,
everywhere,
you know,
bro. I'm dropping
Here.
salt all over
got
the
you, bro.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's salt everywhere now.
Oh, fuck.
All right, as the tradition of starting every podcast, we're taking a shot. This time we're doing a little something extra with it because it is tequila, and
Noah's gonna get a horn.
I really want to take my clothes off, dude. You know how many times I want to take my shirt off while trying to set this thing up?
Do it.
Horny.
We're not on OnlyFans, so no.
Yeah,
Pay
we're not.
extra.
Anyway, to the sloppy seconds.
If you drop any of
This
on my
is
tag,
episode 10 or 9 or whatever
Something
the
like
fuck.
that.
Hey. That's pretty good. Well,
welcome back.
welcome
the
back.
number.
So we're back.
Got a
Between the what?
Jose Cuervo shots with our salt and lime.
Johnny Cuervo.
Nicholas over here spilled a lot of fucking whatever the fuck on the set.
That's
always
right
does.
by you.
He always does.
I'm right
Spilling
here.
all
You don't
kinds of
see it
shit all over the
explode
fucking
here, bro.
set, like usual.
Can
Ryan
we talk? Wait,
blaming
wait.
everybody else.
Can we talk about how great limes go with alcohol? Like,
Oh, yeah.
you put a lime in a Corona. You can put a lime in pretty much
A summer shandy,
a
bro.
summer shandy. Well, I mean, I guess you could.
I
A
did
lemon
it.
lime.
but
Anything.
it's just very
Limes just go fantastic with
no.
with alcohol,
That's way too-
especially tequila with that salt. With what we just did, like you take that shot of tequila and you're like and then you take the salt and you're like, wait a minute, and then you take the lime and you're like, oh shit, bro, I'm hard. Am I hard? I'm hard.
Rock hard.
Well, between the last podcast and this one, we have made a topics chat.
So what's our next topic?
So we're gonna start talking. I want to see if this actually does kind of good because I would like for us to actually have a topic. We're not gonna script it out, of course, because that's lame. We're talking about mainly just a topic. Give us an example, Nicholas.
One of the first topic I put into the chat is why do women eat hot chip and lie?
And God damn it, we're talking about it.
So Noah, why do women eat hot chips and lie?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea why they eat hot chips. Yeah, hot chips are gross. I hate hot
I can
Cheetos.
tell
I
you
hate
why.
taquitos. I hate all those stuff. I hate all of those chips. They're gross to me. But here's the thing. The lying part, I understand. I don't appreciate it and I don't like it. But I understand it. Whereas I don't understand why they eat the hot chip.
Oh, I get why.
The lying is so they try not to get caught and they realize they dumb.
No, why do you explain the lying part?
Like, a girl will be like, you the only one for me. And then have 6 hoes messaging them at the same time on their phone.
Man, these damn
Excuse me,
hoes.
one moment before you talk about these hoes and bitches. Can you take a moment to listen to this loud
God damn it.
fucking
No, I don't
opening
want Nick,
sound
you better not edit that
just
in.
I
makes-
will.
Nick, do not
It's
do
gonna-
it. Nick, do not give him the fucking satisfaction of doing that.
Go ahead, Ryan. Open
It's gonna
it.
make
What
such a
sound?
loud
swear to
sound
God.
when it opens.
Swear to God,
It's gonna
Nick.
make such a loud sound when
Don't
it
you
opens
dare
that you
do it.
better edit
If
in.
I will edit
for sound listeners, Ryan's trying to open a bottle and it didn't go so
Oh,
well.
that
He just opened it.
That was fucking nuts.
That was loud,
Wow,
bro.
that
I
was
wonder.
crazy.
I wonder what sound
I wonder
future
what
me puts
sound-
in there.
Wonder what sound though?
Also,
Crazy.
Bet it won't be a
hey,
fart
hey.
sound. What?
everybody raise their glass. Can we just take a minute, and this is off topic, but we will get back to it. We just take a minute to appreciate.
Hey, you want a drink?
Why didn't you just put it back in the salt pot?
Because I'm ready.
For the audio
next
listeners,
time.
Nick, I'm sorry, Nick just picked up a bunch of salt, put it in his beer, and is now pouring it
Dude, you were
everywhere.
dripping it everywhere, you fucking nasty bastard. Are you serious?
It was.
Bro, there's
Nick's
beer
not
everywhere.
Nick's not driving home tonight.
Bro, you got a leak? Do I gotta call motherfucking plumber, bro? You gotta call fucking plumber to fucking fix your leaky pipes, motherfucker? Like the fuck is
I
that?
think it's good. I don't know what the hell happened. I put a little bit of salt in it because I had a lime
Bro,
in it.
so much beer dripped out of there.
You sure you drank at least half the beer?
Are you okay? You need to be resealed. Do you need some fucking new pipes, some new fucking fittings, some new fucking ceilings?
No, thanks to
What the fuck?
Mario.
Can we
Okay.
can we talk about the fact that our friend literally works at a brewery and we've never been there to make our own beer?
She's not gonna let us make deal.
I don't even care if she's not going to let us. It's the fact that we love beer and she has yet to. I mean, actually, she did invite us. I'm sorry, you did invite us. That's my bad.
Wait, no,
We
you
never
like,
did it.
Hold on, no, you like beer?
I like beer. I don't love it. I like
Bro.
beer. My favorite is like whiskey and what's the other name for it?
Piss. Ryan,
Yeah, pretty much.
Ryan, what is your favorite beer?
See, I like pretty much any beer. I just can't handle super cheap beer or super like dark.
Oh, what?
shit.
You don't like
Ryan.
Michelob Ultras?
No.
Ryan, can you tell the story of when we were younger and my brother bought us fucking Genesee beer?
Oh yeah, so
I want you to tell this.
Okay,
'cause-
so I was a young lad, and I'm getting drunk with Nick here when we're both underage. And
Yeah, that's something you want to say on the internet.
well, the cops are gonna do arrest us.
I
for-
think. Wait, what is
past
that?
crime.
What is that law that like after a certain amount of years, the law like
I
you-
may
you
or
can
may not
confess
have
to
been
whatever.
underaged.
something
Maybe.
like that.
Not gonna
dude,
confirm. Okay.
Yeah.
Not gonna confirm that. But like, yeah, we're sitting at Nick's house drinking, and then fucking his brother comes home and he buys us some drinks. So he gets us, of course, when we were, when none of us were 21, able to get ourselves some decent drinks. We always had to drink like the bottom of the bottom bullshit. It's the shittiest drinks we could get our hands on. So his brother comes home with some Genesee, some shit ass beer, and it was fucking disgusting. So we're sitting out
white
on his back
can.
patio, and we're getting fucked up on this shitty beer.
It was pretty fun.
And we,
though.
I mean, we
They
had a
didn't
good
invite
night.
Me. They didn't invite me because they don't love me.
No, I think you were doing something.
I don't
I
remember
probably
what
was with my
Yeah,
family
probably.
or something.
Yeah, no, it was, yeah.
But
I
yeah,
was probably getting drunk with my family.
But yeah, I don't even remember what happened that night, but I just know like, yeah, I remember that night at his house we drank all this shitty beer and we went to bed, watching. I think we were watching Andy Milonakis or some stupid shit like that.
Did we ever tell the podcast
You had some
that
stupid
we
fucking.
Wait,
shit on
we
tape.
will.
wait.
No, we will. We will.
Did we ever?
Let's
I
just-
don't think we ever did we?
No, we
What,
didn't.
you're-
But
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
let,
well,
let's let Ryan talk
Yeah,
about it,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
talk about it.
Sorry to cut you off, buddy.
No, you're fine. But yeah, like
Yeah.
same thing. Like yeah, we were fucking around with that, and then we went to bed, and then I woke up at like 3 or 4 in the morning, like a normal sick boy would, and then I had to crawl my way downstairs, and actually I think was this before this where I had to crawl up your
okay.
staircase with the bottle in my ass, and your dad was questioning me?
Okay.
Was
so
that the same day? Cause
I don't know if it was the same day, but I remember there was a story of me and you were drinking at my house. I don't know if it was a big party I had or anything like that. But my parents at the time, they weren't accustomed to the thought of me drinking with friends. Because at my old house, I had a big fucking, like, hill. Like, like...
It was a great hill.
Oh, dude, like, on the top of my hill, away from my house, there's like, you could scream and they would barely hear it at my house, from the hill. I used to have fires up there. I used to have like tons of people up there, just like hanging out, drinking, whatever. A couple nights when I'm like, okay, my friends cannot drive home, that whatever, I'll let them stay at my house. And at one of the points, I had a futon bed. So I would open that and be like, okay, 2 people can sleep on this, whatever. Ryan, I forget if it was the same night or not. Ryan was drunk. He went to the bathroom or something. And as he's walking upstairs, he saw a silhouette of my dad in his underwear.
that was the funniest shit.
Staring down at him. Because my dad didn't know what the fuck was going on.
It's just like a black stick figure. Like, just imagine you're walking up a staircase and it's like a horror movie. You just see like a black silhouette. You don't see any features or, like details. You just see a black silhouette of a human. And I was drunk as fuck, and I just looked up. I'm like, oh shit.
Listen, my dad. Here's the thing with my dad. Like,
At that point, I would have thought I was dead. I would have been like, "Oh, that's death coming to get me."
I about did, yeah.
my dad is pretty cool. Like, he's a
Your
pretty,
dad's hilarious.
Oh, dude, my
Dad
dad
is
is.
funny,
But like, he's
yeah.
a cool dude. But like, his whole thing with like, even when I was growing up, bringing kids, like, people to my house and stuff like that. He's like, he's like, you could have people sleep over, whatever, but like, just know in the morning when I get up for work, I sit in the living room in my underwear and don't mess with that. I'm like, you know what? That's fine.
What
I'll have them
about
sleep in my
5 a.m.
room.
in the morning with his
So
underwear
I
and
remember
shit?
I was drunk as hell, and I think I told you, I'm like, Ryan, the bathroom's downstairs next to the kitchen. Go there, whatever.
Didn't
And,
you have 2 bathrooms? Why did
No, I
think
had
you
one.
2?
I used to have one. The other bathroom was outside.
Oh, yeah, we just took a
I-
piss
grass.
on the
Was
hill.
was there ever one in your parents' bedroom?
No.
Yeah, I only remember the one downstairs. I was wondering if
Yeah,
there
I
was,
only remember that too, but I thought you had another one. That's
yeah,
the one we
I
just
figured
used.
there was one that we just never got invited to.
Yeah, that's same with here.
No, I only had one bathroom. It was off of the kitchen,
that's
which
fucking
is a
shitty.
weird. Yeah.
No, your
So-
house's layout was weird.
Oh, yeah, it was.
But
But
anyway.
you know what? This thing, like, so Ryan, I don't know if it was the same night as the Genesee or whatever the fuck. I don't know, but like,
Yeah.
I went upstairs and Ryan's like, I gotta go downstairs, blah blah blah, and I was like, all right, yeah, just whatever, be quiet when you come upstairs. So my parents, like, the way it was there was a staircase, and if you went like directly left and then turned around, like if you did like a 180, you'd get to my parents' room. But if you went just left, you'd go to my room. So my room was
So you shared a wall with your parents.
essentially, yes.
Yep.
So I was like, just be fucking quiet. I'm like, my parents are heavy sleepers, especially like during the summer and shit, because they'd have their.
I
like,
thought that they weren't because you would literally talk more like 1 decibel over what you were
Oh, I
allowed,
would-
and
That
you would
was
get.
funny.
I'll tell.
Yeah, let's talk about that later. But continue. with your
I'll
story.
talk about that after this. But like during the summer, my parents would have on like the air conditioner, whatever. And this is my dad. Like before, my dad had a CPAP machine. So like.
I never knew your dad had.
Does he
Oh,
use
yeah,
one of those?
he before we moved out, he got a CPAP machine, so like that made it.
Hey, Nick.
Yes.
So, in this podcast, I'm looking at you right now. Can you have a really fat vape sound? Since Ryan likes to crack bottles, I'll vape really hard.
Probably. Oh, that was so loud.
Well, maybe you won't even have to use it.
Listen,
Maybe it's
here,
his-
let me chew this one real too.
Oh yeah, that's good. Ooh, fuck.
Okay, continue with your story. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh.
Whoa! That was loud!
See, I edit these podcasts, so like anything that happens, it's all fucking me. Like you'll see, bro.
Anytime you hear me, anytime you see me take a vape, just hit a really loud crackling vape. Like I have like $1,000 mod.
Oh, of
type
course,
thing.
bro. I won't
Thanks.
add a fucking fart sound or anything
Awesome.
like that, or like anything gross.
Can you just have like people, like monkeys having sex or something?
Oh, no problem. So,
Let me take over for the part where I get sick.
okay, so, all right, so I remember we were drinking one night. It might have been the Genesee night, whatever. But like the Genesee night, my brother bought us some beer. And it was fucking Genesee, which is like, it's a white can. He brought us a couple beers. He's like, hey, man, I don't want this. Go ahead. So me and him were sitting on my fucking back porch. We're just fucking down in this shit. We're having a great time just talking. Then it came time for nighttime. I'm like, well, I ain't going to let him drive home. And at the time, I had a quote-unquote queen bed. Which meant I had 2 twin beds put together to make a queen bed.
Yeah, you could have been like me and made the mattress stack.
But I could have. But that's the thing. I wanted the queen bed, but I did it in the wrong. Or listen, I did it in a weird way as to where it was sideways, like horizontal. So each bed was horizontal to the way that I slept.
You're
so
weird.
like, well, it made it like easier because like if
I
there's
guess they wouldn't spread apart as much.
I mean, it kind of did. 'Cause my ass would go like right in the middle. And
What
I'd just put
ass?
it-
You have a flat board.
I don't want to talk about it. So I had that bed at the time, I remember, and I was like, Ryan, I have a queen bed. I'll sleep on one side, you sleep on the other. I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
Hey, remember when we all shared a twin? I'm sorry, I keep interrupting. I'm drunk. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, we shared a we shared a twin bed. It was,
All three of
what?
us.
It's pretty
For
fun.
All three of us
What
multiple
time?
times. When we used to all sleep
couple.
over each other's houses, all of us had like a twin bed.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
actually, we would sleep over Ryan's and we'd sleep over my house. We would all get drunk at Nick's house. But anyway, continue with your story. I'm so sorry I keep interrupting.
Don't worry about it. So, Ryan, I had my queen quote unquote bed, and I was like, you know what, Ryan, sleep on the other side. I'll sleep on the left side of it. You go to bed. We're both pretty fucking drunk, whatever. And Ryan, you pick up the story from here because this is where you fucked up bad, and I got mad.
Okay, so like we spent like a whole night just drinking this shitty beer and just having fun. I have a shitload of Snapchats in my memories. Honestly,
Eventually, we'll be making a montage of all of our
Yeah.
Snapchats. I will
If
be
we-
producer of that. Thank you very much.
if we put enough effort into it, maybe we'll include some or we'll include some later. But like, yeah, I still have all these Snapchats saved of like that exact night because I remember that night vividly. But yeah, I have a bunch of fucking Snapchats of that night of us just fucking around. But like, yeah, that night we went up to his bedroom. It may or may not have. There's been multiple nights that were very similar. Where like, yeah, one of them, I came up a staircase and saw just a black silhouette of his dad with no details, and it just scared the fuck out of me because it was just a black silhouette of a human.
God, I love
And
my-
it
I
scared the
love my
fuck out of me
parents.
because it was just like a dark silhouette of him, just a human, and it scared me.
Can I just
And
say-
I kept, and that was the time where we were trying to hide alcohol, and
Yeah.
I had a bottle tucked in my ass. trying to hide.
Wait. I need details here. What kind of alcohol did you have tucked into your ass?
I want to say it was like a. Ooh. What the fuck was it? Didn't we hide it under your bed for like weeks?
Yeah, dude. Okay.
I tucked it into my ass to get it into your bedroom, and then we got it into your bedroom, and then it was under your bed for weeks. And I think you drank it while we were playing video games after I smuggled it upstairs.
I remember. I
it was a
remember
vodka
all
or
the
something.
alcohol we left at Nick's house would eventually be drinking by Nick while we played video games.
I think it was a vodka or something,
oh God.
something like that.
Was it like Bacardi?
I don't know, something like that. Like something
I
smuggled
don't
up
think we
with
got
my
fancy
ass.
shit, so we got cheap
Yeah,
shit.
I just remember scared because I'm like, his dad is gonna know I have vodka in my ass. And
Why?
he's-
Okay, I have a question. Wait.
No, there's no way he would have known you had
no.
vodka in your ass.
But I was drunk as fuck, and I was
Wait,
like,
I have a
he's
question.
gonna know.
I have a huge question. You've stated that you went to bed.
Yeah.
Why did you have vodka in your ass?
Here's the thing.
Did you not take it out?
We were intending on drinking more
Here's the thing.
Okay.
I can.
when we got up to his bedroom.
I can
But then by the time we
partially
got up to
answer
his,
that.
when we got up to his bedroom, we decided like, maybe we shouldn't drink some more. So we hid it under his bed. But at the time, we're like, everybody was leaving the party, so we're like, me and him were like, we're gonna drink more. So I smuggled it in my ass because I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go up to his bedroom and get drunk some more in his bedroom. While after everybody already left the party, so we're like, we'll sneak some shit up into his bedroom and we'll get
So
drunk.
you never took it out of your ass? When you were
No,
in the bedroom?
by the time we got up to his bedroom, I did, yeah.
But
I drank
so
it out of that.
wait. I'm lost here in the continuity of the story.
Let's just say we had a party with you and probably everybody else.
No. I get that.
Bottle went up my ass.
I get that. I get that. That
We
point
went up
makes
to his
sense.
bedroom.
My point is when you got up to his bedroom, you never took it out of your ass.
Oh, I did. Once I got up to his bedroom.
So
obviously.
when
the parents were gone.
listen. You say from what you said is you were watching Indy Malinakis with him, and then you went downstairs to the bathroom, came back up, and saw a silhouette of his father. At that point, you wouldn't have had
Oh,
the alcohol in your ass.
No, I'm saying when I went downstairs was when I was throwing up. Oh, let me clarify this. Okay.
No,
This
no,
may
no,
or may not have been
you-
the same party. I don't know. One of the parties, I was walking up the stairs and his father scared me as a fucking silhouette. Another party may or may not have been the same. I don't remember. This has been years ago. I smuggled a bottle upstairs with my ass.
No,
I don't think it was the same.
that.
'cause
I'm
I
just
think-
saying-
Wait, listen. I think the Genesee story I was not a part of, and no one else was a part of. I think that was
Listen,
just a you guys
it
thing.
might- yeah,
So
yeah.
that
No, it
was
was
not
just
the
us.
story.
It was
that.
just
Yeah,
us.
that's what I'm saying.
Ryan, tell the Genesee story.
Yeah, not
'cause
the
that was
story of
funny.
you
That's what I'm
having
saying.
high-
They kind
hiding
of mixed
vodka.
together because we did the same shit multiple times, so I almost don't remember. But I'm just saying, like,
Okay, so the story of you seeing his father had nothing to do with the Genesee story.
it might have been the same day. I don't remember.
I from what I remember of that story, possibly
It may have been the same day.
But
I don't
also
know.
it might have happened a couple of times.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking what happened. Okay, this is from what I'm getting from everything, so I can help the viewers. I'm a little fucked up, so I might be hearing things wrong. From what I'm hearing is one story was we had a party. You smuggled alcohol up your ass. Not up his ass. Between his ass cheek.
up his ass,
Wait,
between
between
his
his ass
cheeks.
cheeks.
Between my ass cheeks, yeah.
And smuggled it upstairs. And as you were going upstairs, you saw his father standing at the top of the stairs in black
like
silhouette.
a goblin, yeah.
Okay?
My parents.
Hold on, Nick. Hold on.
My parents have listened to this podcast.
I
So
know.
do
that's what makes
mine.
it funnier.
Wait, listen.
That's what makes
Okay,
it
I'm going to
funnier.
tell you right now. A couple of the topics I want to bring up in this podcast, or maybe even the next one, please, for the love of God, my family, my cousins, my mom, my dad, if you're watching, please, for the love of God, skip. Because I'm going to talk about some nasty ass shit. Now, if you're going to lose respect for me, fuck you. But, because I know you all do the same shit, but please just skip the couple episodes. Anyway,
yeah.
from what I'm saying,
Hey, before you, I love you, Noah's mom.
I love you, Shannon.
Oh, come on!
Anyway, so
Wait, Noah. I love you, Sandy.
I love you.
Shut up.
Anyway, so from what I'm getting is there's two different stories here because from what you guys are telling me is Ryan went downstairs to throw up, so I don't think he's got a bottle in his ass.
Let me clarify. Wait,
We're talking about the Genesee
No,
story.
I'm saying when I.
Oh, no,
that's what
that
I'm saying.
wasn't
Let me
it.
tell you Genesee story. All right, so when I was drinking a lot of Genesee beer, all right, the point is I may or may not have seen his father being a fucking goon at the top of the stairs.
Come on, that's my dad.
Your dad is cool.
Hey, your dad is awesome. Your dad can be a goon whenever he wants because your dad's
But
fucking
he was a big
dope.
goon at the
Actually,
top of the stairs.
I'm not gonna lie. All of our dads are kind of dope. I'm not even gonna lie. I've hung out with your dad, just me and him, because we've been waiting for you to get home from whatever the fuck you were doing. Me and him would just hang out. And then your dad, me and him made ribs together.
No, we gotta tell that too.
I will tell that. I will tell that next. And then my dad is just, he acts like he's our age. So my dad likes to act like our age, and he will literally just chill with us. Nowadays he won't get drunk as fuck with us, but he'll be an idiot with us. And Ryan knows this out of anybody because he's met my dad more than anybody here, at least.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like that day, I may or may not have seen his dad at the top of the stairs freaking me out. But
It's happening.
one of the times I did see that, and just imagine being underage drinking, and you're at your friend's house. You're kind of worried about drinking, but you're having a good time with your friends, and you're like, yeah, you're trying to keep it secret, and you're climbing up his staircase into his bedroom, and at the top of the stairs, you see his father. Just a black silhouette, no details, just staring at you, just like a fucking ghoul.
You want to know what's really funny?
Scary!
Is as much as that is probably scaring for regular for I want to say normal because I definitely probably am not normal. Is the fact that my parents were not totally cool with it, but they let me, as long as I was responsible. They wanted to teach me at a young age to be responsible with alcohol. So they would like, hey, I'm too drunk, I can't drive. Or, hey, if you've had a beer, you give your keys to someone. I don't care if you are 21, you give your keys. So they are very responsible. Like, they taught me responsibility with alcohol. Like, as of right now, if I got into a car right now, probably couldn't drive. And I wouldn't. I would give my keys to Ryan or Nick and be like, dude, don't let me drive home. Just like how I have Nick's keys right now because his girlfriend won't let him drive home.
Hey, what the fuck?
You fucking Houdini over here.
So it's the fact that my parents taught me responsibility of alcohol at a very young age because they knew that it was probably going to be a big part because every teenager, drinks underage or parties and whatever and all that. So my parents were like, hey, you can drink, but don't be a fucking idiot. You know, like, be responsible. Know what you're doing. If you've had a sip of alcohol as you're underage, do not get in a car. You know? And it's stuff like that I appreciate. But, so you saying that you look up the stairs and see his father. Me personally would not get scared because it would be more of a, oh, my parents would know I spent the night here, not driving home. I wouldn't care. I'd get in trouble with Nick's parents, maybe not allowed over for a little bit, or maybe, hey, you shouldn't hang out with him. But like, it wouldn't be a hey, you're like, I'm calling your parents because the same thing I used to do in school. You call my parents. Okay, here's my fucking phone. I don't care. Call my mom. Call my dad. Guess what? They know exactly what I'm doing. By the way, the school references into another episode I'm probably going to talk about. Sorry if I brought that up. I'm a little fucked up. But anyway, it's just the fact that, like, they think, like, your scarcity, I don't understand because I had those parents that tried to teach me. Whereas you two were the parents that were like, hey, no drinking until about
didn't know
6
his parents.
until about 7. Well, that's
so I'm like,
I agree.
It's just like, yeah, I'm a random kid getting drunk in their fucking house. Like, are they gonna be pissed? It's like, yeah. So I was worried about that. But yeah, I mean, anyways, in terms of that story, is like, let's just ignore the fact of maybe seeing his dad fucking stalking me on the stairs.
No, he didn't stalk. Come on.
Hey, we've already admitted your dad's fucking badass.
Yeah, your dad's great. I'm just fucking around. But like, anyway,
your dad
just
makes
like
some bomb ass fucking
stalk.
ribs.
Let's just say we were sitting on your porch getting drunk on shitty alcohol. All right,
Genesee,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, Genesee.
We finally.
Sounds like it should be a game system.
Mm-hmm.
The Genesis.
It feels like they were about to come out with a game system, and then the Genesis came out. So they're like, "What else do we do? Oh, we make beer."
Here's the thing. I am a trash can when it comes to alcohol or food or whatever.
Mr. Four Loco.
Yes, from Mr. Four Loco. But like, Genesee was like pretty fucked. Like,
it was terrible.
I remember my brother Ryan, which is weird because that's your name.
We have so many Ryans in this group.
This story is going on too damn long.
We tried. Okay, I'm sorry for the audience. We have tried to stay on topic as much as possible, but we are a little fucked up. Also, we weren't even talking about the main thing we were going to talk about.
Let me just wrap up.
So let's
story.
finish him. Let's him tell the story. I want to talk. Wait. Let him finish the story. I want to talk about the story with your dad and the ribs, and then we should get back to the topic of why girls eat hot chip and lye.
Okay, yeah, we'll go there. All right. Anyways, yeah, we're underage. Maybe not really. We're trying to fucking drink. All right, whatever. And then his brother brings us some Genesee beer. It's fucking shitty. But we're having a great time. Like I said, I got some Snapchats of that. Maybe or maybe we won't include that. If we don't, we'll include it later because we want to make some Snapchat
I will make a Snapchat compilation.
At some point, you'll see it. Anyways, is like, because I remember that night vividly because, yeah, I have Snapchats of it. And it's just like, you know, we're fucking around outside. We're playing with shit outside. At some point, we go inside. I think we're watching Andy Milonakis or some shit. We're watching Jackass or something goofy, stupid like that. And then we go to bed. And then all of a sudden, I wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning, which I have a habit of doing. I don't sleep that well. I sleep like, half-ass.
I feel you.
Yeah, I sleep like half-ass. So I was like, okay, all right. I woke up at 3 or 4 in the morning, whatever. But I woke up at 3 or 4 in the morning feeling like shit. I'm like, oh, that's not good. So I tried to ignore it for a bit. And he's fucking sawing logs like a fucking motherfucker. I don't feel good. So finally, I'm just like, okay, finally I realized it's not just an average me not feeling good. I really don't feel good. So I made my way down his staircase into his one bathroom in the house at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I'm throwing up like a motherfucker. Like, I am just like throwing up like crazy in his bathroom, and I just feel like shit. And I crawl my way up into his upstairs, and me crawling back into his fucking mattress, he wakes up. He's like, what the fuck did you do? I'm just like, I'm like, I'm like, I threw up. He's like, what the fuck? So he goes downstairs and he looks like later on, and I'm back to bed by this point. I'm fucking sawing logs. I'm asleep, bro. All right, so I'm sleeping, and he goes downstairs and he checks the bathroom after I threw up in it, and he comes back up and he wakes me up and he's like, dude, what the fuck? There's chunks all over the sink. And I just remember that specifically. He's bitching me out. He's like, you gotta go clean the fucking bathroom. I'm like, okay, fine. But meanwhile, at some point, I don't remember what point of the timeline this happened. At some point, I remember I woke up feeling like shit, and I was on the left side of the bed, so I turn over like this, and I'm like, "Ugh," and I threw up on the left side of the bed.
No,
and I threw up on the corner of the mattress and on the carpet of his actual floor. So not only did the mattress have to be cleaned, but the carpet had to be cleaned. So after I was hungover as fuck, I felt like shit. My head hurt. I felt like shit. He was like bitching at me to clean up his bed and his carpet with like a roll of toilet paper, and I'm sitting there trying to scrub his floor with a roll of toilet paper while my head is fucking killing me. I'm just trying to like clean up his shit. And then at the end, when I cleaned up as much as I possibly could with some toilet paper, we just dragged his mattress on top of the stain to cover it up so his parents wouldn't notice. And yeah, that was the end.
now I remember the story.
That was the end of it. So I left the mess in his bathroom and I left the mess on his carpet, but we covered up the carpet mattress
To this,
and the fucking
when we
bathroom.
moved out a few years ago, like my parents were selling the house and moving out and shit like that. I was like making my room like spotless, like nothing. I had everything boxed up, ready to fucking go because I was moving out. And like that stain from this motherfucker was still there. And I remember my parents were like, "What the fuck? Why is this here?" I remember I told my parents, "Go listen. Here's what happened," and I told them the whole
Did you
story.
tell them?
I did. I had
Oh my
to.
god, that's fucking
And they're
hilarious.
like,
Their parents, his
Dude, I wanna
parents,
talk-
seem-
I wanna talk to
his
your parents about
Wait,
that.
his parents now, like along with yours and mine, like all of our parents, we're all 21 now. What are they gonna do?
I want to talk to your parents about
Like,
that, 'cause
hey,
I feel
you're
like that'd be
grounded. I don't
hilarious.
live with you.
I feel
You
like
know?
that'd be so fucking funny.
my parents didn't have much of a reaction. They were like,
Because you want to know why? You want to know
Alright.
why? And that's the same reason
Yeah,
my
it's so
parents. Wait, wait,
fucking
wait.
funny.
You want to know why? And it's the same reason my parents weren't really hard on me about drinking. They were actually very kind of lenient on it. Was the fact that they did it. When they were your age at that time that Ryan threw up, guess what? They were throwing up in someone else's bed. You know what I'm saying? So it's the fact that our parents have done the same exact shit, so they can't get mad at shit that we do. Are you just eating salt?
"I like the little bit of taste."
I don't like him anymore. Anyway, so the fact that like parents get like when parents get overly mad at shit that they've done, like personally pisses me off. It's like, hey, if you're gonna do it, don't yell at your kids. Just be like, hey, listen, I've done it. Here's what you need to do. You know, that's how my parents were, and I absolutely loved that. And I feel like now our parents are all like that. Like your parents drink with your mom made me a drink, Ryan. Your mom made me a drink that was so good because I couldn't. I'm not a gin drinker. I'm more of a whiskey, you know. And she made me a gin and lime. All she did was just crush some lime in it and made it and like put something else in it. I don't remember, but it was very small. Was fucking delicious. I was like, what the fuck? So the fact that like our parents are all cool with us now because I think your parents were cool with us before we were 21 because again, we weren't all like, hey, we're going to get drunk, drive home, blah, blah. We were all very responsible if we ever did it.
They were cool about it
Like,
after I graduated.
I
Anytime
have,
before that, they were fucking mad about it. But like,
Well, that's because it could fuck with your schooling,
Well,
I guess.
mean, here's the thing. Like, when I'd go to your house and get screwed up, they knew about it. But like, they're just like, yeah. They wouldn't admit to it.
The fact that it
They
was
wouldn't
really
admit to
funny.
it.
It was really funny because I think you've spent the night at my house before we started drinking like once or twice. Okay, And
That they didn't know
so
about,
it was
yeah.
the fact that when you started spending spending the night at my house all the time because we would drink and we wouldn't get like yelled at or anything because I made sure, like, okay guys, you're sleeping over no matter what. I don't care. You guys are spending the night at my house tonight. We're drinking. Like, give me your keys. We'll give them to my mother or something, type shit. And it was the fact that, like, I think even Nick, I think your parents probably knew that you were getting drunk.
I mean, here's the thing. I think
Yeah, my parents knew.
I think my parents knew, but they didn't approve. But they're also like, okay, that I don't approve of this, but he's gonna do it anyways. So...
Exactly. So it's like, hey, can I tell you that I'm going to my friend's house? Or, hey, do I have to lie and say I'm going to sleep here and then dip out of the window? You know what I'm saying?
My parents, I remember, they had to have known because I remember before we moved out. Before I moved out, I didn't really care. But, like, before even that, my dad was cleaning up my hill. He was just like, oh, I'm going to do the lawn, and then I'm like, whatever. And he came up. He had a garbage bag full of just beer cans.
It's because a lot of people just used to throw them in the fire. And
Yeah,
they wouldn't do anything.
He goes, hey man, throw this out. I'm like, all right. And I threw that. He's like, that's all I need. Go ahead. And he just let me go back. I'm like, yeah.
See,
the
what's
fact
really
they called
funny,
me up there.
What's really funny is the fact that, like, your dad did that. Your parents knew, Ryan, that you would drink at my house. My dad would straight up be like, so how was your weekend? I'm like, oh, yeah, I got drunk at Nick's house. He'd be like, oh, cool, what'd you do? He's like, what drunk, dumbass story do you have? Because I guarantee if you're like me, I know you have a story. I told my dad, my mom and my dad, I tell everything. I don't hide anything. Granted, do I tell them, hey, I watched this type of porn? No. Yeah. But, like, I tell them, like, oh, dude, I got fucked up last weekend. I did this, I did that. Oh, stupid me fucking said something about this and all that. Or my stupid friend fucking fell over, blah, 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 all this. I would tell them that shit, and they would laugh. Because you want to know why? They did the same shit. That's what I fucking loved about my parents. Is they weren't strict on being... The fact that very sad moment here. My grandmother passed away about a month ago, a little over a month ago.
Rest in power.
Yes, because my grandma was awesome.
Honestly, yeah, she was.
She actually gave these two their diploma. My grandma worked for our school, or like the school board that our school was intended for, and awesome. She was really cool. Anyway, my father found out that I smoked that day that my grandma passed away. I called my father up. He probably just got to bed because he works night shifts. It was like 7 a.m. I called him up. I was like, hey, my grandma passed away, whatever. He's like, I will be there in a second. My dad showed up probably an hour later because he lives a little farther away. Showed up, and the rest of my family, my cousins, my sister, my brother-in-law, all told him that I smoked. And he was just like, what can I do? What can I do to you that I either haven't already done or I can't blame you because when I was your age, I was smoking. You know what I'm saying? And same thing as my mom on Christmas. She found out or on New Year's because I got super drunk with my family, and the one person that knew that I smoked was like, hey, I dare you to go have a cigarette with your mother because my mother smokes. And I was like, all right. I was drunk as fuck, so I got $5. I was like, I smoked a cigarette with my mother. And she was like, what? And then my entire family found out. But anyway, they never were like, hey, you're grounded or whatever. Because what can they do? Also, they were doing it at my age.
Yeah.
That's one thing I got to appreciate. Anyway, I'm going to let you back to these two about whatever they wanted to talk about because I feel like I interrupted Nick.
Ryan threw up all over my bed and floor.
Is that all you wanted to say?
And ruined my bed to the point where I had to sleep. I maneuvered my bed so I didn't have to sleep on that side that he threw up on. And even when I moved out, I could not get the stains out from what he did.
Ryan is
and my
just a
parents
train wreck everywhere he goes.
My parents asked, like, oh, why? I told them, they're like, oh.
Ryan threw up all over my bed, and he fucked up!
No, Ryan, I remember waking up to
How was that story to your parents?
So my experience with what happened was, I woke up to you going, and I was like, what the fuck? And I look over and I shine a light like on my phone. I see puke on the side of my bed and the floor. And I go, Ryan, what the fuck, dude? I'm like,
Yeah, you were pissed.
yeah, I was like, clean this fucking up. And you're like, oh, okay. And I give you a towel. You're like, scrub it, and you fell back asleep. I'm like,
Yeah, you were bad.
okay. So I cleaned up most of what I could, and then like whatever, like it was stained in the floor. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I can't.
What the fuck?
Come on.
Sorry, I'm
brother.
sorry. Cut this
So
out.
I ain't cutting it out. So I had to like clean up his area and like the floor and shit, but there's still a stain. And I was like, well, I don't want to let my parents know that we're drinking here, cause whatever. So what I did was I maneuvered my bed to where it would cover it up. So for like a year or like however long I was there, I had that covered up. And when my parents were like, yeah, we're moving, you gotta do something. And I was like, well, I'll move out because I had a job, I could, whatever. So I was packing up my room. I had everything in boxes, ready to fucking go. And like, there's that stain on the floor. I'm like, I need a carpet cleaner or fucking something to get this shit out, you know? So I forget, like, it was...
Steamer couldn't even get that shit out.
Oh, and this thing, I don't know if we, or whatever, but I told my parents, to go, look, the reason that stain's there is because Ryan threw he's like, my parents weren't very, like, oh, what? They're just like, okay, well, just, you know, here's a carpet cleaner, get it out. I was like, okay, so, at the time... I thought it was funny, too, because there's been multiple times that people have thrown up in my room. There was a time when we had our buddy Ben, which if you watch the Sloppy Seconds failure video, you'll see him. He's the one that's not John. I had him drunk as hell, Ryan drunk as hell. Noah got a ride home or something.
No, I wasn't. I think I remember that night because I helped Ben up the stairs. I wasn't as fucked up. So what I did was I waited outside for a little bit in my car, sobered up for about an hour, and then I drove home. Because
Yeah.
I did not drink nearly as much as Ben or you did or Nick Ryan.
Well,
did.
that was the night that me and Ben drank, like, we drank, like, the whole bottle of peppermint schnapps. So
Yes, yes.
So he felt like
Because
shit.
I brought that because I was like, I don't have any
yeah.
other alcohol. Here you go. You guys drank that, and I drank your beer, I believe.
Yeah, so me and Ben were drinking that, and, like, Ryan was drunk, and I was like, Ryan, you sleep on my futon. Or I forget something. I was like, Ryan, you sleep upstairs in my bedroom. That's fine. And, like, Ben was fucked. Like, just
Ben
like...
couldn't even stand. I had to
So-
literally have his arm wrapped around me and help him
Yeah,
up
and
the
we were-
stairs. And as I helped him up the stairs, I threw him on your bed because I was like tired of holding him because he like fell asleep halfway
Yeah.
up the stairs.
Well, I
And
remember,
it was
I
bad.
remember telling him, I go, Ben, you sleep on the futon couch. Like, I'll pull out the futon. You and Ryan could sleep on that because it's like a queen bed essentially. And I don't know what the fuck happened, but like he just fell on my bed and passed
No, I
out.
threw him on your bed because
And I
I,
was
didn't,
like-
I didn't hear that. You told Ben that. I threw Ben on your bed and he just passed out.
Okay, so like he was on my bed, passed out, and I was like, well, Ryan's on the floor, Ben's in my bed.
Ryan sleeps anywhere.
Yeah, Ryan was asleep. I was like, I guess I'll sleep on the futon. So I was laying on the futon for a bit, just kind of chilling out, sobering up. I hear, I'm like, oh, God fucking damn it. And what I did before Ben fell asleep was I put a cooler next to him. I said, if you got to throw up in the cooler. But the thing is, I didn't open the cooler before.
Fucking idiots.
So he threw up on top of the cooler and on my carpet and everything. But the thing was, it was peppermint schnapps, so it was clear. It was a clear alcohol. It was clear or whatever. So like all his vomit was just clear, and I was like, you know what, I'll clean
It's
it up.
gross.
It is fucking gross. But I was like,
I mean, it's better than chunks.
yeah, I mean, dude, like that's all. It's almost like that's all that he had was peppermint schnapps.
I
So like the
I
top,
think that's probably all he had that
yeah.
day.
So like the top on the top of my cooler was just peppermint schnapps. It was gross. Then on the floor, peppermint schnapps was almost like water, and I was like, okay, I'll just clean this up, make sure it doesn't stink, and that's it, whatever. So yeah, I've had Ben throw up and Ryan throw up, and Ryan made a lasting impact on that shit. Hey, what are we at right now?
Listen, I don't care what we're at. I'm telling the story of your dad.
Oh, no, go ahead.
And his ribs.
51
So
minutes.
Oh,
we
yeah,
had
yeah.
Ben later went to the military. I miss him. He's a great guy. We play
Rest
video games with him all the time.
Rest in peace.
What? He didn't die.
He
DMX died.
I was hoping you would bring that up.
Are you gonna cry? I'm sorry, Nick.
X gonna give it to you.
Nick, no. What the fuck? Anyway, our Ben is back. He's visiting us. We're having a great time. Ben spends a couple $100 on alcohol, fruit, all this crap. When Ben's back, he likes to spend money, and it's funny because he always does it for a joke. So Ben is back and buys all this super great alcohol. We all put it and we make it punch. And I'm drinking the punch, and we're having a great time. I go down to the hill because we're hungry, and we didn't have enough pizza. We bought pizza. We didn't have enough for everybody that was there. So Ben went to the store to buy more alcohol, and he bought ribs. He's like, I don't know what to do with it. Here you go. Here's some ribs.
Yeah.
So I walk down there, and his dad's outside. He's like, what you doing? I'm like, oh, we're going to grill up some ribs. He's like, oh, this is how you do it. He brought out a tray. He bought us some seasoning.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
my
dude,
dad.
buttered them up so good.
Listen, these were
Oh,
these were like shitty dollar
yeah,
store
these are like,
rib,
no,
you know.
Walmart, like $8 ribs. They're not that
Oh,
great.
my
Really,
dad.
they were not that great
My
ribs.
dad is a
Woo!
master at the
His
barbecue.
dad, me and everybody was still up on the hill drinking. His parents knew we were drinking, but like didn't say anything, whatever. Because I had a drink with me, I was smoking a cigarette. His parents knew, whatever, and we were all cool. Dude, me and his dad sat there. Ooh, I just burped. And grilled up these delicious, oh my God, fall off the bone, delicious ribs, right? Cut them up for us, like, separated the ribs, and just put them into this big tray and was like, here, man, take them up to everybody. I was like, you want one? He stole one and was like, oh, they're great. They're great. They're great. I was like, dude, I stole a couple before I walked up the hill. And I ate a couple. I was like, holy shit. They were so good. Oh my God. We brought them up.
dad-
Everybody devoured them. I think we had like 2 ribs left at the end of the night. And I was like, fuck you. I'm eating those. I don't care if they're cold. They've been sitting out for a couple hours. I'm fucking eating them. I ate those things. I was drunk as fuck also. Ate them. Felt great. That was the most time I spent with his father, and I think me and him bonded. Me and him bonded because we sat there together. He was talking to me about work. He was talking to me about fucking just grilling in general, like what he would do if he was in this situation, where I was and everything, and all this stuff. And I was like, man, you're a pretty cool fucking dude.
Yeah, my
You're a pretty
dad
cool
is-
dude. And I have grilled out with, I think, all 3 of our fathers. I've grilled out with mine, I've grilled out with yours, and I've definitely grilled out with Ryan's.
Yeah.
No, my dad's like, dude. Like, I'll go over his house now because they live they live about 45 minutes away from me now. Every time I go over there, he's like, hey, man, I made this in my slow cooker. I made this on the grill. Like, try it. Like, he'll make wings. He'll make fucking, like, dude, last time we went over
You
Easter.
want to invite me over next time?
No.
Why
not? It's for
Your
me.
dad will love me.
Dude, here's the thing. Last time we went over Easter, dude, he made fucking fucking a whole ass ham.
My brother made some great. My
That's
brother
the-
and sister made some great.
Dude,
ham
both
for Easter.
my parents are like good ass fucking cooks, dude.
By the way, as we're recording, this is the beginning of what, April?
April.
It's like April 8th.
Happy Beaster. We missed it. Yeah, we're pretty.
Happy Easter to everyone that didn't get a happy Easter. I
Yeah.
love you.
Yeah, we're
9th. It's April 9th.
I don't know when the last fucking podcast we did though. We had Bella on the last podcast.
Hey,
she was
if you
lesbian
like
and
Bella, you're a horny boy. You need to stop.
stuff. Hey, you know what? She did a good. Did a good job. But you know what? I think it's about that time. I think.
Is it?
And,
What time is it?
Oh, it's close to it.
Is about an hour.
Yeah, that's
Well, anyway, before we end this podcast, you guys have asked me, why do women eat hot chips and lie, Ryan?
Cause they.
Stop! I didn't ask you, Nick. Shut up.
Oh God.
Well, because it's in their DNA, you know, like they can't help themselves. It's something that women just like to do. They just like to ruin men's lives and eat hot chip and lie. I mean, fucking women just get sucked up in the lies, man. I mean, it's burrowed in their DNA.
Well, lies create a web, and webs are very hard to control unless you're a spider.
Look, so I'm gonna go through all the dumb. Like we have a topic.
No,
chat.
no. Eat hot chip and lie. Why do women do it,
I
Nick?
mean, you know why.
I'm asking you.
everyone
I'm
knows
asking
why.
you why you think.
Here's the thing: women eat hot chip and lie because it's the only thing they feel. They only feel the hotness because they have a cold heart, and that's why they lie.
Damn. Okay.
Fuck women. So here's the thing: the dumb topics that we've put in here. Ryan said in the topic chat, "I'm killing myself." I said justifying shitting myself on the podcast. Noah said, "Why Nick gay?" Noah said, "What lives in Nick's ass?" Ryan said, "Why is there cheese on my foreskin?" Let's see. I said the anatomy of the dussy, which is
You'll find out later in the podcast if you don't already
And
know
the
what it is.
effect
And if
it
you do,
has-
fuck you. You're gross.
and is the anatomy of a dussy and what effect it has on a man's mind. And then Noah said cyber dick. So that's a couple. Oh, I dropped my.
I think
shot
this needs
glass.
to end this podcast right the fuck now.
Thanks for listening.
Anyway, hey,
You did.
thanks for watching. If you've gotten this far, I want you to. What's a word you want you to comment?
Comment if you listen to the whole thing
If you've gotten this far,
this far.
this far,
about an
this
hour.
far. If you've sat in here with our drunk rabblings, probably not making any sense whatsoever. I think we've covered over one story, maybe two. Yeah. Anyway, if
Comment
you've gotten this far, comment
Venus.
Venus. I don't know how to spell that, so have fun with that.
Benis. Venus. It's like penis, but Venus. You know.
Okay, so replace the P with a B.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
Anyway, hey, thank you. Like, subscribe if you're listening to us on Spotify.
Spodcast.
Please follow us, man. Hey,
Please.
everything helps. And you know what? We love you.
Love you too.
Good night.
Good night. Goodbye.